I came across a saying once that goes something like this: everyone that comes into your life is put there for a reason. They all leave fingerprints on your heart that together make up who you are as a person. In the case of my mother, I would go as far as to say that she left her whole handprint on my heart. She was my hero, my best friend, and everything I want to be when I grow up. I couldn't possibly admire anyone else more. My mom grew up in a family of four, the youngest of two brothers and a sister. Being the youngest, she was always pushed around as a kid, being forced to be the goalie in every sport they played, and roughed up maybe a bit too much. Personally, I think it just made her a stronger and more independent adult. She moved around a bit, but ended up settling back down in the town she grew up in, raising me only a few minutes down the road from my grandparents. Being a single mom, my grandparents helped out a lot when I was younger, so being close to them was extremely helpful. Since I was a little girl, everyone has told me how much I look like my mom. She used to try and tell me she adopted me from the monkeys at the zoo, and for just a minute I almost believed her. But with our blonde hair, same eyes, same nose, and almost identical personality, even strangers would know she was my mom. As far back as I can remember, my mom and I have been inseparable. My parents got divorced when I was young, so in a sense it has always been us against the world. It has just brought us that much closer. I wouldn't trade our relationship for anything else in the world. What I have with my mom is unique because it has always been just the two of us, and for that, I know we will always share a special bond. She took on being a single mom in stride, always doing everything she could to support me and make sure I had the best in life. She never let me, even for a second, think that I was disadvantaged or someone to feel bad for because I grew up in a single parent home. She works in accounting at a company that makes software for hospitals. She works so hard and puts her all into it that she now holds a manager position and is very important to her company. She has taken maybe 2 sick days in the past 5 years and is constantly bringing home work if it doesn't get finished in the office. Her work ethic is something I'm really thankful to have inherited from her. My mom has always been someone who puts others before herself, donating to charity whenever she gets the yearly emails from family members, and walking in Relay for Life with me doesn't even begin to describe it. She's always thinking of how she can be making others happy or lending a helping hand. For example, Thanksgiving dinner. We come early to my aunt's house to help cook. Then, my mom always makes sure she is the last person to get food because she has to make sure everyone else is settled before she can even think about herself. Once people are done eating, she is first to get up and start the dishes. Mind you, we are a family of about 20. It's a lot of dishes. She never lets anyone take over for her, always urging others to socialize and have a good time. She loves giving gifts on any holiday that allows it, just to be able to see others smile. My mom is my number one role model and the person I know I can count on. She has always supported me in everything, such as sports and even something as huge as transferring colleges. She has always made it a point to let me know that she just wants me to be happy. I know I can come to her with anything that is bothering me, and she will be there to listen to me vent or be my shoulder to cry on. On my 18th birthday, my mom and I got matching tattoos because we are so close. They are forget-me-not flowers, so that no matter how far away from each other we might get, we will always be in each other's hearts and know that our bond can never be broken. There are many other things my mom and I have in common that keep us so close. We both love the warm weather and going to the beach. We make a habit of going at least once a week during the summer. If it wasn't for my school and her work, I don't think she would hesitate to move down south. We love random spur-of-the-moment road trips and mini getaways for the weekend or a few days. We both love to cook and bake, and we of course share a love for shopping. 7 years ago, my mom finally caved and bought me the puppy I've been begging for my whole life. With Molly, we made yet another connection. We take her for walks and hikes together just to spend quality time with each other. Now that I'm at school, I think she's closer to Molly than I am, and I'd be lying if I wasn't at least a little bit jealous. Being only an hour away from home makes it easy to come home on a weekend if I miss her, or sometimes she'll come up to see me to take me to dinner, and of course I know she's only a phone call away. Most people in college talk to their parents once a day, maybe even only a few times a week. I'm constantly texting my mom and calling her during the day just to tell her stupid little stories. She always has to remind me that she does work for a living, and I have to stop calling her every 5 seconds at work. I still do it anyway. It is impossible for me to sum up my relationship with my mom in this one short essay. I have had 20 years to form a lasting, meaningful, and life-changing friendship that couldn't possibly be talked about in only 5 minutes. All I can say is how thankful I am to have her in my life and how proud I am to call her my mom and my best friend.